Ackworth School was founded in 1779 by the Quakers, and we have girls and boys here now, aged from 2.5 to 18.
Because it is a Quaker school, we still follow the Quaker testimonies. So these are values like simplicity, like truth, equality, peace, and sustainability because of the necessity to do so. Ackworth School has always been innovative.
We looked at our existing technology and we knew that we had to do something to refresh it.
What we wanted to do is to transport learning. We wanted to change the way in which the children can find the knowledge. The classroom becomes a platform for a multiplicity of information and a different way of learning.
I think JTRS have a really good synergy with Ackworth School. You know, they've been innovating since kind of day one and wanting to continue to innovate.
The Success with Apple programme really is about giving schools everything they need to have a successful one-to-one deployment of iPads.
Quakers are very concerned about the environment and the world and sustainability, and it's something which, again, the school wants to try and strive towards.
The values of JTRS really do support Ackworth School. Ackworth School also utilise our Class Act iPad subscription, which falls under the affordability side of things, but also in terms of sustainability, because it's ensuring that we've got that sustainable programme, and obviously our Class Act subscription is a carbon positive iPad solution.
One of the key features of the Success with Apple programme is working with the leadership team early on in the deployment of iPads. We make sure that we get everything right from the very beginning of the programme, and that could be the infrastructure, but it could also be the infrastructure for learning, to make sure that we know the assessment strategy, we know how we're going to work with these in the classroom and how we're going to support the staff in using the devices.
The management of them, the delivery of them, the training, all of those things were items that we needed to think about and act on.
As part of the Success with Apple programme, we support the development pillar by engaging the teaching staff around using the devices effectively in the classroom.
I think as a science teacher, particularly for doing practical work, the way I tend to work now with the iPads is almost as a visualiser. You know, when I'm trying to say to them, look for this colour change or look for these bubbles, it's usually such fine detail, but of course having that camera and being able to project it to screen, I can zoom in and they can see exactly what I mean. But it's also even just simple things like, if a student isn't here, when I used to write things on a whiteboard, unless I took a picture, that was it, it was gone. On an iPad, everything's there.
It's a lot easier to find all your work so you know it's there.
It is that being able to keep things for the future, being able to look back on things, being able to use things as part of their revision tools as well, that has made a big difference.
One of the benefits of using a one-to-one iPad programme in the classroom is really about giving the children the opportunity to show us their knowledge and understanding, and let the children own their learning and develop their own ideas and how they want to present their knowledge to us for assessment.
Before, when we were on books, there was a tendency of, oh, I didn't do this bit of my homework because I wasn't sure, but now I just get a message through Shobi or Teams, Miss, I'm just working on this, can you give me a bit of a hand, or can you send me a little video, and I can record something really quickly, send it through. They've actively sought that support, so I think that's a really big positive for us, has been the communication side of things with pupils.
The major impact that we had was that having got the iPad Pros out to staff, it meant that we could deliver lessons during the lockdown much more straightforwardly, and that pupils could carry on communicating with school, and that was very fortuitous for us.
It meant, I think, then that as we've moved back into school, there's probably a smaller difference between the students now and where we would have expected them to be, because we could keep that continuity and they could keep that contact with teachers, with each other. I think we would be in a very different place if we hadn't have had the iPads when we did.
It's hugely rewarding to see this being used on a day-to-day basis and seeing the children embracing that technology and really enjoying learning. We're really excited to continue to help them innovate in terms of the technology that they're using.
I feel much more confident about the students we're sending out because they feel so comfortable with technology.
I would recommend JTRS because they've pushed us forward to places that we didn't necessarily think we were going. It's made a big difference to us. It's revolutionised what we're doing in the classroom, and I think the pupils would be lost now without the iPads.